You live on your digital media. My name is Paul Mensa Makiso Babu. You can call me Paul Lingua in short. And if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe and turn on the notification button so that anytime you drop new video, you'll be the first to get notified. Today, Obinim has once again set social media ablaze and then got Ghanaians talking. And as to what actually has Obinim done, if any hates to know, kindly grab your seat and then sip water while I unfold the full story. Now, let's look at who Obinim is. Well, you might mistaken the Obinim I'm talking about to the Obinim who is in your neighborhood, but then it's not that Obinim. The Obinim I'm talking about is a pastor, Daniel Obinim. Well, that's how he's been called, preferably, and we know him to be Daniel Obinim, Bishop Daniel Obinim, and then he has added another name. It could be Ghanaian, an angel in human form. Well, that is another subject to discuss. Some other time. Well, so moving forward, Obinim has dared other pastors in Ghana to step forward if they think they are rich. And per the story that we stumbled upon, Obinim sent out a strong message to all the Ghanaian pastors, challenging them that he's the richest among them all, and there is no pastor in this country who could stand up to him when it comes to, riches, wealth, and so many other things. Okay. And his statement actually generates a lot of misreaction on social media, having a lot of people, reacting to it, saying a whole lot of things. And we don't actually know the genesis of his outburst. Whether he had a misunderstanding with someone or a pastor, or maybe someone angered him, someone tried to prove that he's the richest pastor, of which he wants to, let the world know that, no, that person is lying. He is. We don't really know why Obinim has been this so angered. Now, let's look at what is trending in the media. The founder and leader of International Gospel Church, Bishop Daniel Obinim, has thrown a challenge to his fellow pastors. According to the controversial pastor, no Christian leader in the country can claim to be worthier than him. Well, he has thus dared any preacher to prove otherwise. And he's quoted to have said, no pastor in Ghana has dared to say he is richer than Obinim. And no one would dare say that. I will prove myself to Ghanaians, even if it means the government will turn its sight on me, he declared. For this month of June alone, I will bring 5 aeroplanes, 5 private jets. Let anyone dare me, he told members of his congregation in a viral video that we cited. So, several Ghanaian pastors do not shy away from displaying their wealth. Yes, and Obinim is not exempted. Well, now let's look at some of the things that Obinim has done in the past that has actually made him known by so many people. Before we even look at that, Obinim actually has been away from the news. He has been blacklisted. And we don't actually know whether this is one of the reasons or his tactics that he wants to come back to the media landscape. Because looking at him, and then the beginning of this year, January, up to now, we've not had any news about Obinim that is making waves. Perhaps this is one of his strategies to get into the limelight. Because apparently we haven't seen any pastor, lashing out at him, or maybe him having some counter or misunderstanding with any pastor. But this outburst, it's outrageous. We don't actually know what caused his outburst. Now, he has been so controversial, and one of them was when he was captured stepping on women belly, all in the name of what do you call it, deliverance. And this actually drew the attention of Amnesty International, and they called for his prosecution. Away from that, Obinim was in the news for fighting or having misunderstanding with Kennedy Japan. And then also he had picked up some quarrels with other pastors, okay, and then Obofo is one of them. It's a fact that in this country we were here when he had some kind of beef, those kind of jobs with Obofo. Then away from that too, he also said he can turn into a snake. And this actually caught the attention of, I think, British High Commissioner or something like that. And that man has been making mockery of Obinim, that the man who could turn into a snake and then turn into different things, so many things. And then also, what actually, brought him to the limelight so much was when he was seen flogging some teenagers in his church for having an affair. That was in 2016. So Obinim has been in the news for so long. Maybe his outburst is as a result of trying to come back into the limelight. That's the media limelight. Well, only God knows why, what do you call it? He's saying all this kind of stuff. And, he has said so many things that this month alone, the month of June, if anyone dared him, okay, he will make sure that he buys 5 aeroplanes and then 5 private jets. Now, watch the video.
Me was sikache Obinim. Now Obiasu Timi Kabida. Kame Kenya me who Ghana Hama, Ghana for who Obinim Sika. And I just I buy to the Lucy Miso. I can this month June. Make the aeroplane go up 5 Ababa Ghana. Tell me.
All right, so this is something that is going viral on social media, and a lot of people are reacting to it, saying a whole lot of things. But one thing that we actually not okay with is why a man of God of his caliber will come out to, show off how worthy he is, and then even throw a challenge to other pastors. It's something that we don't actually understand, because normally or usually pastors or men of God, wouldn't want to show off like that, because what they represent is not about wealth. No, it's about salvation, making sure people, are being what do you call it? They turn away from their sins, or maybe people repent and then look up to God, or possibly they change their old way of life and then come to Christ. That's what they should be focusing on, and they should be preaching about, and not that riches, preaching and other things. So Obinim should come again. And then if you look at 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 2, it says that at the end time, okay, we will see that people will love money. People will love themselves. People will want to do what? To, show off and care less about other people. Well, the dew of the day has crept upon our thoughts, and nature must obey its necessity. This is where we draw the curtains for today's episode. If you have any comment regarding this particular video, reasons why Obinim has gone this far, or has gone this extreme, make sure that you drop it in the comment section below, so that we'll look at it or respond to it. My name is Paul Mensa Makiso Dale Babu, but then you can call me Paul Lingua in short. This is Onia Digital Media. Don't forget to subscribe to this and turn on the notification button, because we have more exclusive content coming your way. Have a good day.